What's going on, everyone? We're here with Right or Wrong, host Gary Smith, co host.
Donald Jones.
We got an instance just came out of Los Angeles. Police officer got shot by a alleged gang member on probation.
Hmm.
Don, we watched this video, man, and it's disturbing, man. We talk about a lot about police brutality and how you perceive them being in the wrong majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually taking their side and trying to see it from their perspective, but um, we do want to recognize that this job is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a female officer being accompanied by a male officer. They're um, on the suspect's vehicle. Male officers on the passenger side, the female officers on the driver's side.
How you doing?
We good?
Good? Haven't seen you in a while. Still on probation?
911, ma'am.
What?
911, not discharged.
You just discharged?
No, 911.
Oh, 911.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have you step out of the vehicle.
Okay.
You don't have anything on you, right? You're good.
Oh, no.
And he fires at the female officer. She gets dropped right away. And then the male officer, who's on the other side of the car, is able to take a shot off, drop him. And then he goes around the vehicle. And you're taught to do this. Listen, when you draw that weapon, you're making a commitment. When you fire, you're not shooting to I've been told by every police officer, you're not shooting to disarm, you're shooting to kill. You made that commitment. You don't know if he's still alive. You don't know if he's still a threat. And he goes around the vehicle and he shoots the guy again. And that's it. And then he checks on his. Well, the suspect dies in this video, but the main focus of this video is seeing how dangerous it is to be a cop. Day in and day out. A routine stop. You're friendly with the guy, apparently. You know him.
Right.
And, you wind up getting shot in the process.
So for me, I mean, the person who's wrong is the suspect who died in this. He's dead wrong. I mean,
Without a doubt.
she asked you to get out the car. You get out the car and do what what she's asking you to do. She didn't do anything wrong in that instance. Really, when you watch the video, to me, she didn't do anything wrong. He was wrong in the entire situation. And if you shoot a cop, I mean, you talk to people in the streets. Even people in the streets know you don't shoot cops. I mean, you're gonna die.
That's the one person you don't want to shot. Because I'll tell you right now, we've said this before. You could be gangbanging, you could be hustling in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these cops, they have a family.
Yeah.
They have kids. They're trying to do the same thing you're doing, but they're trying to get home.
Right.
And they're not trying to live that street life, They're just trying to police it. This guy knew he either had something. Listen, we're speculating right now. Once again, he must have had something if he was on probation. He didn't want to go back to jail, so he was thinking to himself, "Geez, it's my life. I'm not trying to go back." You hear this all the time. I'm not trying to go back to the pen.
He had a gun on him.
He had a gun on him, and he
And
fired on
he was
him.
on probation, and he knew she's asking me to get out, which means they're gonna search my car. They're gonna find this gun. They're gonna search me. They're gonna search the car, find the gun, and I'm gonna go back to jail.
Right.
So I'm gonna go out blazing, baby.
Yeah, swinging.
Yeah, swinging.
Maybe I could drop them both
Right.
and move on with my life.
Exactly.
And change my identity or whatever. This highlights we both have respect, and I think for the boys and girls in blue. I mean, it's a thankless job.
Mhm.
I'll give you a good story. My brother's he was a firefighter in the town you grew up with.
Mhm.
And he's also a volunteer fighter in the town I grew up in.
Mhm.
And he's got a buddy who's a cop, and then he also volunteers at the fire department that my brother's at in my town.
Right.
So there's a convention for the firefighters down in Wildwood every year. So this guy sees all these firefighters down there, and he goes, "Hey, you guys are firefighters? Round of drinks on you guys." He buys my brother and his friend a round of drinks, and he goes like, "Oh, I love the firefighters."
Mhm.
And he goes like, "But F the cops." He says that.
Okay.
It's a thankless job. No one likes police officers. You get paid very little. You risk your life, as we show in that clip. And you know, in our state, they're taking away a lot of the pension funding. There hasn't been an increase in the pension in some time. So what that happens right there is that you're putting all this out on the line to get hated on, to risk your life.
Mm-hmm.
So we both recognize what's going on right here, and when it's unjust police brutality, we're definitely, you know, you and I both kind of go to the forefront. I'm usually kind of reserved, but you're kind of more, you know, engaged with it. But here we do recognize that that's a tough job and that's a tough life, and we have a lot of respect for the women and men who are in that field.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know a lot of cops on all levels, from local to county to state, all the way up through, you know, FBI and all that stuff. You know, and when you talk to them, their main focus is getting back home to their families.
Yeah,
that is their number one focus.
Doing.
You know who I am as a cop because I pulled you over. I don't know who you are right now, and I don't know what you got on you.
Yeah.
You know what I have on me. So if you decide you want to draw on me, then I'm going to shoot you.
And here's the best thing: when you see footage like that, you know right now the other cops see that in the area, and it makes them even more cautious.
Right.
Do whatever the cop says. I've said this time and time again. You get more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar.
I like that.
It's the truth, man. So just be. Every time I've been pulled over by a cop, all lights are on. My hands are on the steering wheel. I tell them I'm about to reach in the glove box, grab my ID. I make them as comfortable as possible. And this guy was doing everything right until he decided, hey, I'm going to pull the trigger and reach for my weapon. So
he deserved what he got.
But I respect the women and men, and I know you do too. So that was the moral of the video. And the guy's dead now.
Deuces.